right, so healthy hamburgers. Awesome. A hamburger is a nice, awesome package of handheld yumminess, really. You can pretty much put anything between two pieces of bread. What makes it a hamburger, I think it is the roll, and it's got to have some kind of protein in the middle. So it could be plant-based protein. That's the thing these days. So a vegetarian option is possible, but it does have to have some kind of protein. Now, normally I would use this grater, but we have this wonderful contraption that I got two of, so I brought one to school, and I'm actually going to set this up somewhere so if you want to come and give it a go when you're doing your exam cook, you can, because it's nice and quick, and less chance that you're going to grate your fingers on this one. Grate your fingers on this one. So it has these drums, so that like is a bigger grating, and that's a slicer. So if you wanted to slice things, you could use that one. So I'm going to use the fine one. I'm going to attach the handle to the back. And then this locks, it's got like a locking mechanism, and it sticks it to the table. And then you can just pop something under to catch your carrot. I'm going to put this in here. And I have one of these at home. It's like one of my favourite things I own now. Just got to push down. You've got to use a little bit of muscle. And it grates it nice and finely, and it doesn't grate your fingers. Just turn that over. You don't really need to peel the carrot because you're grating it finely. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Done. So you've got a little bit of carrot left over, but it's basically the skin anyway. You don't need that. Nice and easy. All right, move this over here. Get rid of that. So you can just scoop out the carrot. That's really finely grated. So if you guys want to have a go of that next week, you can. Done. So we also have to, so we're going to prep everything. So this is our, what we used to call mise en place, or our preparation side. Okay, so we can unhook that.
How many carrots was it?
One. You could grate the onion. What I have discovered is that what this does really is juice the onion, and that hurts. Ends up making lots of liquid and makes your eyes burn, so I don't bother. Okay, so I'm gonna grate the onion. This is zucchini. Oh, I'm gonna grate the zucchini. Let's put this back. I'm going to use the bigger one for the zucchini. I'm going to leave the doobie on the end.
I saw that.
You can see these on telly. Buy one, get two thing. How fast is that? I love it. It's fabulous. I'm advertising it right now. No, I'm not. I actually have not selling this to you, but it is a cool little product. Not too many things I've bought off Facebook have been quite this good. All right, so that can go into my bowl. The reason you would peel the carrot would be if you wanted this. Can you see how the carrot's starting to go brown? Have a look on there. That is the skin. So as soon as you break the skin, it's going to start to go brown. But because you're putting this into a meat product, you're not going to see the colour of the carrot, so it will not matter if you don't peel it. And you never peel the zucchini because all the goodness is in the skin. So, okay, that's done. Sadly, I need to use a tissue. And then I need to wash my hands. nose was going to dry. Okay. So now I'm going to chop my onion. And remember, anytime we chop the onion, we cut through the roots at the top. And I sometimes just do a bit of a scoring on the outside. It makes it a bit easier to peel the skin off each side. There we go. One, and just sort of score the top like that. If we keep the roots on, we hold the onion together. Okay, and it stops it falling apart. So you've got something to hold on to. We're going to cut now. We want to finely chop this onion, so we want to get as fine a chop as possible. And we're going to turn it so we've got that way, and then when we go this way, we end up with a really fine dicing of the onion. And that bit can go away, and you've got something to hold on to, so that's going in there. The sooner it goes in there, the sooner I don't. Oh, it's a very powerful onion. Oh. As half a brown onion is done. Oh. Ouch. I'm just going to wipe the board. This is probably just grab a cloth and a tea towel. Wow, it's a powerful onion. I usually try and do the onion as late as humanly possible. So, and then you've got to wipe this down. So wipe this down, that gets rid of your onion juice. Pardon? No. Many wives' tales. Putting it in the fridge a little bit helps, but not really. Oh, hurts. Alright, clove of garlic.
How many burgers?
How much what?
How many burgers did you make?
About 6. Oh, about 6. Alright, so we're going to cut the ends off and we're going to put the knife flat and whack it. That's how you peel your garlic. Now, you can use a knife to chop the garlic, or you can use a garlic press, which I have in here somewhere. No, I don't. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm still, my eyes are still burning. Ow. Cover that up. Ow. Ow. I can't find my garlic press, so we're going to chop it. So we're just going to dice this really fine. It's going to be spread out through the... so just go back over it, pile it together. Everything's kind of powerful today, even this garlic is really strong. Right, garlic in. The best way to get rid of the garlic on your hands is to give them a wash and then rub them on the tap. The stainless steel helps get the smell out of your hands, okay? Alright. Also in here we are going to put some breadcrumbs. 1.5 tablespoons, or maybe a tiny bit more. Might do 2 tablespoons. I'm just covering it up so that it doesn't leach onion at me. Put this way over here. There's some powerful onion and garlic today, Mr. Crook. Wow. Flip my board. Whew. Okay, and an egg. It's going to go in there. And last but not least, our mince. actually not very much mince, is it?
Yeah, I don't like.
It's got to make 6 burgers with this. All right, we'll see. Don't put that in the. Don't put the mince in the freezer until I assess this situation, because I actually don't think that's enough mince. I think we're going to have to use more mince.
How much mince was that?
No, I definitely need more mince. 250 grams isn't going to be enough to bring it together. We have more, don't we? Yeah. We probably should use the, if we're going to feed 6, we'll probably use the 500 grams. Because it's not going to come together otherwise. No. No, we'll use the rest. That's okay, we'll be fine. What I'll do is I'll add a little bit at a time until I'm happy with the ratio of meat to veggies. And I'm actually going to add a bit more breadcrumb as well. It's more like 1/4 of a cup. I'm just adjusting my recipe as we go here. We might be able to reseal it, so just leave it in there. I might not use all of it. Alright, so, wow, it's starting to freeze already. Make a little bit more. Super cold. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's better. So it's more like, let's say about 5. How much is left over, Mrs. Crook? Okay, so this is like 350. So 350 grams. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to divide this up into 6 patties. So I'm going to turn them into balls to start with. So we're just going to make them into balls about the same size. The good thing about this hamburger is it's got lots of hidden vegetables. So once you cook these burger patties, those veggies are not seen by the kids. Yes?
Oh, like the weekend, my mom makes like prata.
Yeah.
But she put like a whole bunch of like veggies in that. We can even taste them.
Yep, absolutely. I'm doing HelloFresh at the moment and using that. And one of the meals was like a roast veggie pasta. And she just roasted the veggies, then blitzed them until they were liquid, and then put that in the pasta. So the kids still got their veggies and ate 2 helpings of the food. It just was not visible. So I'm just going to pat them flat. So you want them to be about the size of a burger bun. They're going to shrink a bit when you cook them, okay? So meat will contract. No. That would be a donut. So there we go. We're going to squish them together. All right, so that is our burger patties. We're going to heat up our pan. I'm going to wash my hands for the 100th time. Not a big fan of having meat fingers. All right. All right. We're going to heat that up. We're going to put a bit of olive oil in the bottom.
What heat?
And while we're waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to cut up an tomato. Slice this.
It's what heat?
It's beef. Meat. Oh, what heat? High at the moment. It's on high. Yep. So heat it up on high heat. Turn it down to like a medium to high heat when you go to cook it. So you want to get it hot. So what you want to do is you want to seal the meat. Now see how thin I've made our slices? You don't want thick, you want reasonably thin. You want this tomato to go a long way.
I hate it whenever I bite into a hamburger and the whole tomato just
Comes out, yes, that's always sad. So you want to be able to bite through a piece of tomato, not have it come out in your mouth. My husband can't bite through tomato. He's got terrible teeth. He's got a bad bite. So you want to, once you get to about that size, you're going to turn on the side like that. Okay, so that's that done. Now we have plastic cheese today. I'm putting in a request for slightly better cheese for next week. This is the, you've got to unwrap this cheese. One. I don't like it.
Do you grill the burger and then put the cheese on top?
Yep. I have a little bit of cheese I'm going to sprinkle on the top of the burgers just before I...
When you cook them, like while they're still cooking, you put the cheese on.
You could. That's something you could do. But you just need to do it right at the end so it just wilts and doesn't completely melt off the burger patty. So it's a fine line between melted cheese and disappeared cheese. Okay, so I'm just unwrapping our cheese. When I was a kid, I used to call this plastic cheese.
Oh yeah, that's what we call it.
Disgusting. It's covered in plastic and it looks like bits of plastic.
How much?
I like it. I like to eat it by itself, but I'm not a big fan of it on things. Yep. Yeah, you just curl it. I have to do it in a roll. You have to roll it up like that, and then you eat it. That's how it's done. But it's kind of gross. In the cheese hierarchy. Oh, Mrs. Crook, do we have lettuce?
I was about to say like,
Yeah, you need lettuce. Also, what's flour?
Yeah, it's down there.
flour.
Flour. Or didn't I put that in? I didn't put that in.
You put plain flour.
Yep. I actually added more breadcrumbs. So instead of the plain flour, I've added the breadcrumbs, which I think are nicer.
So no flour?
You can leave the flour, but I don't like it much. Alright, so I'm going to have, you need about 6 leaves of lettuce, so. Is it a cup of plain flour? Ugh. So how about you say a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs instead? Because I don't like all that flour. Alright, so we're just going to get that a little bit hotter and we're going to cook our things. Now the other thing we need to do, we've got barbecue sauce, yes we do. Now you can put whatever sauce you think is best. Sauce, remember, is actually very high in sugar. So, and these are lovely white bread rolls. What would be a better option for a bread roll?
Handmade.
Wholemeal or multigrain. So, if you want to sell these as healthy, you'd be better having wholemeal or multigrain. So, if you can think of ways to make these better, then we will do that. So wholemeal rolls, we might order wholemeal rolls. What else could you put on a hamburger other than what I've got here? Any other options? Bacon's good, but don't pull out.
Okay, so what we can put on the burger, right? Carrots.
Carrots? They're in there. They're in the meat patty. Well, I would grate carrot. I wouldn't put sliced carrot because they're too crunchy. You'd want to cook it a bit. Yep.
Onion rings.
Yes, onion rings. Yep.
Chicken.
You can use chicken mince. You need to make this recipe, but I'm actually going to have some extra stuff that you could possibly put on. So you're suggesting pineapple? Ooh, that's a nice idea. All right, I've fitted all of those in there. I'm going to just move this over here so you can see them cooking. And And you want to cook them about halfway through before you turn them. And while that's happening, I'm going to butter. Ooh, okay. We're just going to butter the one side, mainly because I don't have very much butter. So I'm just going to put butter on the bottom and I'll put some sauce on the top. An egg might be another option for on your burger. Bit of, what else can you put on a burger?
Could put anything.
Beetroot?
How about spinach?
You could put spinach instead of lettuce. So you could put baby spinach. Huh? You could mix them together.
You know, vinegar, bacon, and like bacon bits. If you mix bacon bits in
Okay, so we're trying to think healthy at the moment, and bacon bits, are they healthy or high fat?
yes, like bacon. Meat is very important.
That's true.
It's one of the five.
But there are ways of making them healthy that don't detract from the flavour. I said you could have bacon, but you could choose. Guys, no one's going to hear the video if you're constantly talking. You could put bacon, but what cut of bacon could you choose that's a bit better than bacon bits? So bacon bits is very fatty. What cut of bacon is reasonably healthy?
What is it? The thigh?
No. Everyone's seen those, just the little ones they're called shortcut?
Oh yeah.
The shortcut bacon would be the way to go.
Isn't it because they take away the fat from it?
Now next week, when you do come in to do this, I will let you in a bit early so you can collect all your ingredients. And I will have a little selection of interesting ingredients you can add to your burger. So I might have some pineapple. I might have a can of beetroot. I might have some extra onions so you can do onion rings.
Are we gonna?
Okay?
Are we gonna hand make? Are we gonna make the fries?
I'm going to do the fries.
Wait, are we making the?
You have deep fry?
Yes.
But that's not.
But I'm not going to do a deep fry. I'm going to put them in the oven. Now the biggest problem we have though is that next Monday this is when we're cooking them. That's not going to work, is it?
Would I be able to make the onion rings? Instead of actual onion rings? If you know what I mean.
I'm not sure how we're going to do this. Because we're meant to have a lunch and we're after lunch. So
It's the one that has break burgers on. If those ones you do that has break burgers on, that's the problem.
it is the problem. Dun, dun, dun.